Greetings, rising sixth graders. It is good to be with you. My name is Dr. St. John. I have the great fortune and privilege to be the principal here at Summit Middle School. And I come to you broadcasting from the principal's office here at Summit. And I've got a presentation for you, and it has two purposes. Number one, purpose is to really give you a broad overview about what it means to be a sixth grade student here at Summit. And number two, I'm going to give you a homework assignment, your very first homework assignment for middle school. Now, I will tell you that while we're in the midst of fifth grade, the middle of this school year, our sixth grade teachers are already getting excited to meet you, and you can see them here on our screen. In an effort to make a big school like Summit feel smaller, we take each grade level and we split the grade level into two teams. In the sixth grade, we have a tiger team and a dragon team, and you've got these 5 teachers from each of these two teams on your screen, and I'll tell you they're both great teams. We do a lot of work to make both teams feel equal in a lot of ways, and each team has a reading teacher, a language arts teacher, a math teacher, a science teacher, and a social studies teacher. Now, I will tell you this homework assignment, we're going to get to the homework assignment right away. It's called a course selection sheet, and your fifth grade teacher is going to provide that sheet to you today. And that sheet's going to look a lot like what I have here up on the screen. On the front page, it's going to give you some information about required courses. It's going to give you information about an elective course choice that you'll get to make, some signatures at the bottom, and then on the back of the form there's some important information about a variety of different kinds of programs. So it's really important that you take this home and you review both sides of it with your parent, and then you bring it back to your fifth grade teacher when it's complete. If you'd like to know more about the different kinds of courses that you'll take as a sixth grader, I'm pointing you to the website here. You're going to click on resources, and you'll find some links that will point you towards what's called a course description guide. And it has detailed information about all the types of courses that you will take at Summit. So this is the course selection sheet. You'll need to complete it with a parent, reviewing both sides, making your elective choice down there about halfway down towards the middle of the first page, and bring it back to your fifth grade teacher. So let's talk about some of these courses. I'm going to tell you that really fifth grade and sixth grade, it's a lot more similar than it is different. And what I mean by that is you're going to have a lot of the same kinds of things that you're studying. In fifth grade, you're studying language arts, reading, math, some science, some social studies, and then you have some related arts classes like art and PE, and those are the things that you're all going to be studying here at Summit. You'll have 7 required courses, okay? You're going to study these things. Now, the difference is that rather than maybe having 2 or 3 teachers in elementary school that is delivering this content to you in the middle school, you're going to have, for all those 7 different classes, you're going to have 7 different teachers likely. Now, the 8th class is going to be a choice, and it's called an elective choice. You'll get to choose either a full year of band, a full year of choir, a full year of orchestra, or a full year of what's called our Unified Arts rotation. The Unified Arts rotation is a full year also, but it's split into 4 quarters, or 4 9-weeks. One 9 weeks, you'll take a class called Music Exploration. Next 9 weeks would be what's called Computer Investigation. Next 9 weeks would be called Independent Living. And then the next 9 weeks would be Personalized Learning Block. And as I suggested, if you go to our website and you find the course description guide, then you will get information about all of these different kinds of classes that you're taking, including the elective choices, okay? So I will direct you there for more information. Also on this screen, you're going to see a visible representation of our schedule. At Summit, we're on what's called a modified block schedule, and it is a 5-day schedule where on Mondays you'll go to all 8 of your classes for approximately 45 minutes. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, you'll go to 4 of your classes for a longer chunk of time, about 85 minutes. And Wednesdays and Fridays, you'll go to your other 4 classes for, again, a longer chunk of time, about 85 minutes. So on a typical 5-day week, you'll go to all of your 8 classes 3 different times, once for about 45 minutes and then twice for closer to 85 minutes. Now, I'm going to cover some important frequently asked questions. You might be thinking, St. John, which team is best? The Tigers or the Dragons? I've heard the Tigers are the best. Other people say the Dragons are the best. Which team is the best? I will say both teams are equally great. We make quite a bit of effort to split the teams into 2 very equal teams with great teachers. There isn't one team that's better behaved or one team that is higher performing in some way. They're both great teams. We work hard to provide some equity between the 2 teams. You might say, well, when will I know which team I'm on? Specifically, when will I know my schedule, my daily schedule? And I will say that will be August 3rd. We will distribute schedules at our registration day. That's 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a long day, 12-hour day. You won't need to be here for 12 hours, but you'll need to show up with your parent at some point during that day. We'll give you your schedule. You'll meet with our school nurse, food service. You'll get to your locker. You'll see some teachers. It'll be a fun day. You get a chance to buy some spirit wear if you'd like, a PE t-shirt. That's what our registration day looks like, and you'll need to attend, and that's where you'll get your schedule, and you'll learn if you're a Tiger or a Dragon and what kinds of teachers you'll have. You'll get to walk our building. Speaking of walking our building, the building is open for the days after registration, so you can come on in and kind of get a feel for what it's like here. You might say, can I change my schedule? Can I change my elective choices? I will say that you're not going to be able to pick your team, but you will be able to pick your elective course choice. But after registration day, we won't be making any changes. So after you turn in that course selection sheet to your 5th grade teacher, between that time, maybe that's tomorrow, and in August, if you want to make a change, just have your parent call the school here, and we will make that change, and it'll be reflected on your course or on your schedule that you pick up on registration day. You might say, I heard that Summit has world language classes and different kinds of music classes and single semester electives. When do I get to take those kinds of classes? And I would say once you get to be a 7th and 8th grader, more elective choices will be open to you, including those world language classes and lots of other different kinds of elective choices. Speaking of world language classes, I will say that as 7th graders, we always have more kids that want to take a world language than what we have seats for in the class. So what we do is we take a look at grade point average from the 6th grade year, and students who have the higher grade point average, the better grades you get as a 6th grader, it's more likely you're going to get the world language class that you want as a 7th grader. And of course, if you decide not to take a world language class in the middle school, that's fine. You can always take a world language class when you get to Homestead in high school. You might say, well, I want to do really well. I want to get good grades so I can take these kinds of classes, more elective choices when I get to 7th and 8th grade. How do I do that? And I would say, well, the keys to success in middle school are a lot like the keys to success in elementary school. It's doing your assignments with quality, it's turning in your assignments on time, and it's getting better at things like planning and organization and study skills. I like this screen. This is our mission statement at Summit. We are committed to providing a safe and student-centered learning environment, and which will promote academic growth, social growth, and emotional growth of all of our students. Just like elementary school, we're a one-to-one school. All of our students will be issued a device that supports teaching and learning here at Summit, and 6th graders next year, your class will be the first class at Summit to receive an iPad. We will be issuing iPads to all of our students beginning the 22-23 school year. And we'll use Canvas. That's our learning management system. You're probably very familiar with Canvas, and we'll use it to a great degree to provide instruction to you throughout all of your classes. And I use that term student-centered. What does that mean? It just means that we really try to differentiate for you, the individual, and put you at the center of your education, giving you lots of opportunities. On the screen, lots of extracurricular activities, clubs and sports and other activities that happen outside the school day. We try to make the learning experiences very relevant and exciting through things like project-based learning. We use the computers to really meet you where you are in your skill set and move you forward. And we promote a safe environment for you, largely through our positive behavior interventions and supports program, where we really focus on our shared behavior expectations and providing reinforcements and praising you for the good choices that you're about to make. I like this screen because I know I'm talking to Panthers from Oboit, and I'm talking to Hawks from Haverhill, and I'm talking to Eagles from Lafayette Meadows. And what's going to happen is you're going to come as sixth graders together and form. You're going to be Falcons here at Summit, and eventually be Homestead High School's class of 2029. But first, as sixth graders, you're either going to be Dragons or Tigers. And I will tell you that, in addition to those teachers on those teams, we have guidance counselors, 2 guidance counselors. You'll be assigned to one, depending upon your last name. Mr. Faber and Miss Miller are really excited. They're great guidance counselors, really excited to meet you. And actually, both are going to be accessible to you if you would like to see them. Speaking of guidance counselors, I always ask them, what is it that you're seeing that our incoming sixth graders are most worried about or anxious about regarding the transition to fifth to sixth grade? It's really 3 things. 3 things they tell me, St. John. They say they're worried about getting lost, and they're worried about those lockers, being able to open their lockers, and they're worried about those big, bad, scary 8th graders they may run into in the hallway. Well, I'm here to tell you that as far as getting lost, we are going to have lots of adults in the building during passing periods, all the time during the school year, but especially intentionally during those first few weeks to help you get to where you're supposed to be. And there's going to be a lot of grace in terms of tardies and things like that those first few weeks while we get you where you're supposed to be and help you. As far as lockers go, trust me, there's going to be adults in the hallways helping you get in those lockers, getting the locker unlocked and opened and closed and all of that. And in fact, we're going to do these things on registration day where you're going to get in your locker. You're going to walk your schedule so you know where to go on the first day of school. And as I suggested, we'll have the building open after registration day and before the first school day so you can come in with a parent and practice your walking your schedule, getting in your locker if that's supportive to you. And as far as the big bad 8th grader in the hallway, you're not going to find kids that look like that in the hallway. What you're going to find is a bunch of adults and students that are eager to bring you in here to the nest, the Falcon Nest at Summit, and support you having a successful 6th grade year. Speaking of feeling good about being at Summit, I think what I'm most proud of that we offer, one of the things is just a huge bank of extracurricular opportunities, from athletics to music programs to clubs and events such as dances and pep sessions, all the things that really bring your school experience to life and help you to enjoy that experience. And but you might say, St. John, what do I need to know for the first day? These are big picture things. I want to know some details. Well, ultimately, in the middle school, look, we're going to give you more freedom because we think you're ready for it. But with that freedom comes more responsibility. Okay? So you're going to have to advocate for yourself and be an active part of your education is really what we're asking. There's going to be one bus that might pick you up in the morning if you're a bus rider, and there's going to be 21 in the lot. We'll help you get there, but eventually you're going to need to get yourself there and get on that bus, and you'll be fine. You're going to have a locker. You might have more than one locker if you're in a music program, and that's going to be your personal space. In that locker, we've got breakfast available at 7:15 each morning if you're interested. We do issue tardies for being late to class, but that won't happen for the first few weeks of school as we get everybody accustomed to their schedule. We're going to promote a safe and comfortable environment here by talking about being safe, organized, accountable, and respectful. We talk about SOARing. That's our acronym here for our shared behavior expectations at Summit. You can take a cell phone to school, but you got to have it off and in your locker. We're going to serve you lunch, and as 6th graders, good news, you get to eat the first lunch every day. It's around 11 o'clock. And if you don't ride the bus and you ride in a car here at school, we have a protocol for that. We'll send that out to your parents that promotes safety, and we can get you in some Summit Spirit wear. We'll have some opportunities for you to purchase some of that beginning at registration day. Speaking of registration day, we're going to want to see you on August 3rd, somewhere in between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., and we really promote getting involved in an extracurricular activity of some sort here at Summit. Speaking of that, if you want to know more about our activities, I'm going to point you to our website, the Activities tab. You're going to find our club calendar. You're also going to find some more information about all of our activities. Look, we're at the end of the presentation. I can't wait to meet you and support you here at Summit. I'm going to see you on Wednesday, May 11th for the 5th grade visit at 9:30. You're going to come with your classmates here. We got a big tour in celebration for you. And don't forget about your homework assignment.